Welcome to your introduction to Alps. Alps is all about supporting schools and colleges to raise student achievement, whether at Key Stage 4 or Post 16, and helping you improve their outcomes, their destinations, and ultimately their life chances. All of our benchmarks are created using the validated national data from the Department of Education. Although we've got over 1,130 schools, colleges and groups using Alps across the UK and others internationally. Our two online softwares, one for schools, Connect, and one for groups, Summit, I'm going to deal with in a moment. Alps is simple. Once you get your head around that red hot is where you want to be because of our visualising through thermometers, and grades 1 to 3 are nationally outstanding, you're home and hosed. Red is hot and blue is not. It's all about how to improve. Every data system will measure how you're doing. It'll give you a good idea of what the quality of your provision is at the moment. And whilst Alps will do that, Alps is built around making it simple to see where and how you can improve. Connect, the school software, enables you to do all of this and more. And I'm going to dive into Connect and just give you a simple view of how it might work with you. I'm going to look into subjects first. I've got A-level data at the moment, and I've got two current grade points, one just before Easter, one before Christmas, and my tags and 2019 results. I'm going to sort by entries to bring the biggest subjects up to the top. And I can see that of my most popular subjects, maths is an issue, so I'm going to dive into maths. This will bring up the maths subject page, which gives me lots of information, and the head of department lots of information too. But as we can see, current data is not where we'd like it to be. And actually, the high prior attainment students, and there's 32 of them, those with very high GCSE scores, are those making least progress. I need to find out more. Firstly, I'm going to pull up the thermometer to see what I need to do to get out of the blue. 3 students need to improve by 1 grade. If I'm more ambitious and want to at least be nationally average, 16 students need to improve by a grade. Well, let's go and find them. Maybe in trends, because in trends, I can see both the grade points, I can sort by difference, I can identify the students who've dropped grades, I can dip into any one of them and see how they're doing in their other subjects. And I can then, with the head of department, move to the student zone, open up our Wizzy What If tool, sort again by prior attainment, bringing the most able to the top, because that's where we've got the issue, and in considered conversation with the head of department, looking at these students, their work, what their potential might be, we can start to move students up, not so that they now are on that grade, but to create an agenda for action so that by the time we've finished, everybody is clear which students are going to be targeted for improvement most in the next couple of months. We can export to Excel or export to PDF to save all of that. If we move from the subject zone to the student zone, we can also look at similar data here, because we can focus on any subject within the student zone. And I'm going to go to maths, keep it consistent. Deep red, they've matched their minimum expected grade, top 25% value added. Pink, they've got a split MEG and they're on that, still doing really well. Black, they're 1 grade below their MEG, their minimum expected grade. And anywhere you see blue, they're 2 or more grades below. Now, you can easily see at a view here where it is a subject issue and where perhaps it is a student issue, because clearly that's important too. And leaving maths for a moment, it is really easy to go to student performance groups and start to identify those who need praise and perhaps those, because they're below in all subjects, who need some support. But this may also reveal, as it already has with applied science, and I think probably is with subjects like chemistry and biology as well, it can also reveal where you need to dig deep in terms of subjects. I said I would show you Summit as well, and I'm going to do that in a moment. Let's go back to the slideshow for a second, because Summit is more for a group, for example, a MAT or a trust, and it enables them to dive deep to each school, to each subject, and indeed to each student group. And we can see that here. It looks very similar. I'm only going to dive into the subject zone. All I'm going to do when we're there is pick a subject. Let's pick biology. It's just random, doesn't matter which subject for the moment. And let's see how each of the schools within this small mat are doing in biology through time. So lots to interest you there as well, I suspect. We offer lots of different subscription packages. Obviously, many schools, 11 to 18 schools, go for Key Stage 4 and Post 16, but we offer Key Stage 4 only, and for colleges, for example, Post 16 only. And you can get one-year deals and, as many people do, multi-year deals. And there's so much support from Alps once you're on board. We bring you on board with educational and data onboarding if you're a new client. We want you to know how to use Alps most effectively. We're constantly producing webinars, some to help you understand how to use the tools in Connect or Summit, but others discussing key educational issues. You can join our Alps Champions program and become that Alps champion, the person who's really going to make sure Alps is used brilliantly and that your students are helped through that to reach their full potential. And if you want more training, we've got it covered. Lots and lots of different packages to suit everybody. If you want more information, contact us and we'll be there for you as soon as we possibly can. Thank you very much for being with us today.